It's a redwood Warwick.
Wow.
Headless Warwick. I bought it for $200 and sold it for $800 about an hour later.
It's like we were walking down the street one day. Oh, look, there's Mike's equipment.
Yeah.
Yes, oh yeah.
Oh, I work for North
Half the
Shore
Jack
Pawn
scheme.
Shop. I work for North Shore Pawn Shop in North Vancouver. Drop by sometime. And I mean, the action's in East Van, where we are right now, but I don't mind going to North Van every day to go to work.
Different caliber of people.
Easy. I like covering all ground.
This is work.
Yes.
It's kind of messy right now, so don't take the...
Yeah, it looks lived in.
Yeah.
But, yeah, we're just in transition mode. So,
What's your favorite album?
To listen to?
Yeah.
I don't listen to music.
You're like me. Everybody goes, what records and stuff? I never collected records.
You remember Leanne?
Yeah.
Yeah, my ex. So we had a house for 8 years. We didn't have a stereo.
Wow.
And then I bought her one of those little ghetto blasters to go to the beach with.
Yeah.
And I turned it on. She turned it on in the kitchen one day. And Nickelback came on and I threw it out the window.
Yeah.
I just fucking, listening to music. In the van, we'll listen to, like, with West of Hell, we're always listening to Judas Priest or, fucking Iron Maiden. Tons of it as we're whipping down the road, but personally, I watch movies or something like that. Or
On the first Eagles tour, we had fucking Alice Cooper on that. We all had a long way to go.
Yeah.
Still,
CCR.
We played over and over and over again,
Stevie Ray Vaughan,
Yep.
CCR, that's always good to tour with. You're whipping down the road and listening to something fucking ripping.
Road music, yeah.
And then, of course, with some music, you could drive a little faster.
Oh, yeah. I'd have Mike in the pilot seat feeding me beer as I was driving.
It's
a little too...
We would never do that. That's bad.
Yeah, we don't
drink and drive.
Not anymore. This is the old days.
This is the old days when you couldn't get killed by drinking and driving.
No.
We just got nailed a little while ago. We were whipping down the highway. I'm not saying what band because I'll get myself in shit. But he got pulled over for doing 137 kilometers an hour. And the cop walked up the side right as I'm putting my seatbelt on and putting my beer down. And there's 6 of us in the van. And the cop just sort of walked up to the window. And the driver, his license is expired. And the cop just sort of looked, it's 4:45. And the cop just sort of looked at us and went, just slow down. And walked away. And
I don't want the paperwork.
He would have been doing paperwork for fucking days. It would have been scary.
Now, rumor has it, you were an honors student. You had a high IQ.
Yeah.
It's a dirty job. Someone's got to do it.
I went to college to be an archaeologist in Calgary, and then I started doing music. I ran a $1 million restaurant in Calgary when I was 19. Stage West.
Wow.
I was the manager for Stage West, which is theater restaurant shit.
Yeah.
So you got like Lou Ferrigno or whoever fucking douchebag. I ran that for a couple of years, and then I just said fuck it. When you're showing up in 3-piece suits to the bar.
You don't like what you do. You don't like to do it.
I love doing it. It was fun as hell because I caused more shit than anybody. But
that's always fun, man.
I just kept getting in trouble for having hair down to my ass, right? So.
How could that get you into trouble?
Because you have to braid it when you're wearing a 3-piece suit. This is like 5-star restaurant, right?
And working over the food and stuff, right?
Yeah. I gathered that.
I was the out front manager,
okay.
so I had to run. I had to make sure that a lot of people don't take you seriously when you got hair down to your ass.
Oh yeah.
Wearing ripped jeans when they call you in.
Well, not back in those days. Nowadays it's just the norm, right?
Yeah, nowadays
back days, they wouldn't let you in because rip in your cords in a club, and then it was all the rage because all the bunkers were doing it. People were paying like $600, $700 for a pair of pants or with a couple of bullet holes in them.
Well, back in those days too, you go to the bar and like even me as a sound guy, I could not get into the bar if I was wearing Dayton's.
Oh yeah.
They just wouldn't let you in.
Yep.
Because you're a shit
Calgary must have been a unique environment to grow up in.
Calgary was a shithole.
I know. Are you?
I was hanging out with the Angels and being a douchebag.
No way.
Yeah. I grew up in Forest Lawn. So anybody that knows what Forest Lawn means?
I thought it was a cemetery. It is up here.
Close.
No.
When they raided our school, they came in and did a locker search at our school. They found an Uzi, some Molotov cocktails, and a bunch of weed in separate lockers. Drove a motorcycle through this, like it was the biker school.
Okay.
From Calgary.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like there was the other school around the corner, the Catholic school, where the kid got his arm cut off with a machete and stuff. Like it's not a nice place.
Now, were you familiar with the Hart family?
Very, very much.
Really?
I was actually on Stampede Wrestling.
You were?
I was a manager.
No way.
For a couple of different wrestlers way back in those days. What was that?
It was only an empty beer or something
I
full.
hope it was empty.
Now, some of the punk crowd don't get me at all, but I see the big
That's because
picture.
you're ugly.
I know. And the punkers are downright beautiful, of course.
Yeah, we're all beautiful. Look at Ferris. Look at that face.
Yes, but only a
Zoom
mother
in
can
on
love.
that
She
face.
died laughing.
How can you not love that face? He won't even look at the camera.
No.
He knows it's fake.
Oh, see, I just had my voice surgery, so I got my voice back, so I actually talk now. So.
Hey, you sound better than you did last
Oh,
time.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now, what I was getting at is I draw from all sources of inspiration, whether it's a movie, a rock band, favorite wrestlers, and so you were on Stampede.
Yeah, I was a manager, and I got a snake from Jake the Snake, and then I would bring out this snake, and Desiree Peterson was one of my things, and I'd wear like stupid ass fucking clothes and come out there. And
How stupid suits or
like Jimmy Hart.
Okay, that's what
All
I
the
thought.
weird shit
Loud.
and stuff. Yeah, loud.
Loud.
You know Jimmy Hart. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then all the Hart brothers. Owen Hart was my brother's substitute teacher at one point.
Wow.
They had a studio set up in their own house. I mean,
Oh, yeah, the
a
dungeon.
ring.
The dungeon. Yeah.
Dungeon.
Yeah, it was cool. You go up there and have a party on the weekends or something like
I had a
that.
buddy that used to hang around with those guys over there that I work with now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Larry Olson.
I know
Wow.
that name.
Yeah, red hair, beard,
I know that name.
short, stubby guy.
Fuck, I know that name. It's
Probably
from
know
the
him.
old days.
Yeah, really old days, way back.
Ask him if he remembers Jason the Terrible, and
I will.
I met Jason the Terrible.
he's an old friend,
No.
old friend of mine.
Okay.
Yeah, we used to hang out, and he was the bouncer at the bar, and he'd just like smash bottles. over.
Jason Moffat. Yeah.
Yeah, Carl Moffat.
Carl Moffat. I remember that part. And then the Jason thing. Now, did you meet Brett?
Many times.
Yeah, what's he like?
About 5'8", standing up or laying down, a total douchebag.
Brett? I thought he was bigger than that.
He's not that tall, but he's just a douchebag.
No way. And their dad, Stu.
Stu was cool. Scary motherfucker.
Really?
Yeah, because he would just like, okay, I'm gonna suplex you. Fuck it.
Yeah.
He's like 80, and you're going, oh shit.
I heard
That was
that.
a shitload of fun in those days because we'd go to Stampede Wrestling on a Friday night and then go to the bar afterwards and party all night, right? And you'd have like these guys like Hulk Hogan or whatever. They'd
Yeah.
come in and party with you too.
Yeah.
Now they weren't multi-millionaires at that point, but now they are, right? Chris
Super-
Benoit,
Yeah.
he was a friend. He was a good guy.
Yeah.
It's a shame what happened to
unfortunate.
him.
Yeah.
But he was, I ran into him several years ago at GM Place for one of the wrestling things. I can't remember what it was. Kid Rock was playing with Joe C.
Okay. A WWE thing.
WWF. Yeah.
F back then.
Yeah. And I think it was, the headliner was the Grave Digger or whatever.
Oh, Undertaker.
Undertaker, and yeah. And we were hanging out backstage, and I
The
was
main
like,
event.
talking to Chris and saying, hey, do you remember we went and and my wife is sitting there, and Chris remembers me, but he doesn't remember a bunch of other shit and he said to me, too many chairs to the head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Concussions.
He was concussed really bad, and he would we're eating lunch together, and he would just like sort of,
Lose it.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, he wasn't very,
Fade
and then
away.
like 2 years later, he did the bad
We
news,
heard.
which sucked. That was pretty bad.
I just read Superfly, Jimmy Snookett's biography.
Ah, Jimmy Snuka was awesome, man.
He's my favorite.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, and
He was ugly too.
Lots of practice.
I enjoyed the book, and he mentioned the Chris Benoit thing. He mentions the rock star, the wrestling thing. I don't know the difference.
Yeah, the wrong end again?
Yeah.
Fuck. Looks cool though.
Yeah. It was a candle.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's how Brian lights his cigarettes.
Don't do this at home.
Yeah.
Just don't throw it by the fireworks. I'm sure there's some in here still. I don't remember. There was some over there.
I got some in my glove box.
Oh, yeah. There's nothing better. We played in Drumheller 6 months ago, and I realized when we were sitting in there's this huge ass
Archaeologist,
fucking barn
Drumheller.
with West of Hell.
Yeah.
And we were having fun and just partying it up, and Val breaks out the fucking. He built his own smoke machines.
Yeah.
And we filled the barn. Just he just walks.
When they played the rickshaw that night, there was just smoke everywhere. You couldn't see the band. You couldn't see nothing. I'm starting to film it going, oh, well.
The flame pots the time before.
Oh, yeah. They set off your fire alarms.
They actually melted one of the light cans and
Did
stuff
they?
like
I
that.
believe it. Yeah, because they were
It was-
fucking hot.
The
You could feel
dude
it.
was supposed to do shots for like just do shots every now and then,
Just on.
but he just turned it on and walked away, and it was like,
Yeah.
And I'm at front of house, like, what, 300 feet away going...
Yeah, and you can feel the heat
Yeah.
everywhere in the theater, everywhere.
Where's the other one? Then we decided we can't do flamethrowers. So Val has his own home-built flamethrowers and stuff. And we decided we can't do those inside anymore, so he brings out the cryo. That's exciting.
Yeah.
There was a point in Edmonton where he's got the cryo, 3 of them pointed out, 3 coming straight up off the stage. And I just hold my beer up and the guy shoots the cryo. And
A little further.
yeah, now it's cold.
Yeah.
And it was aimed right at my lighting guy.
Beautiful. Oh,
He's just like, fuck you, Brian.
I'm not dressed for this.
Not that I did that on purpose. Not that I asked the guy to do it.
All these wrestlers from Stampede, I didn't know this, come from PEI. We had Atlantic Grand Prix Wrestling. We thought they were our boys. No, little did I know they traveled to Calgary.
Oh,
And they did the circuits.
Yeah, there was
just like bands.
Yeah, there was like
Leo Burke, Leaping Lanny,
fuck, I can't
Macho Man. Who else? Cuban Assassin. All those
He
guys.
was a great guy. He was a really fun guy to hang out
Cuban?
with. Cuban Assassin was a nice guy. Really quiet.
Yeah.
Really cool guy. And he had Brian Pillman.
Yeah.
The Bulldog. Bulldog died.
Yeah.
Heart attack.
Dave.
A lot of